What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Episode 9. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. And man, what a hell of an episode right here. This episode was straight up fire. Of course, we saw a lot of different things happen. Of course, Marvin and Jukebox. It's a sad story, right? Your boy Kanan, he has shot Detective Howard. Question is, will Detective Howard actually make it? So we definitely going to talk about that in this video. But you guys let me know, man, what do you think about episode 9? Are you ready for the season finale? Because it's about to turn up. If y'all thought it was turned up in this episode, you already know in episode 10, it's about to get even more interesting. So let's begin, man. What did we see in this episode? Of course, your boy Marvin starts off the episode and he is looking for revenge. He is pissed off. Marvin is the Black Rambo. He is not playing around anymore and he's coming for Unique. And of course, he's kicking it with Little Rob, and we already know it's just a matter of time before Little Rob gets taken out. But as of right now, he is using Little Rob to drive the van, and they got to go past and spray up Unique. Now, good thing Unique had this bulletproof car. They mentioned it earlier on in the season, and once again, you know, it comes back into the show, because if this was not bulletproof, it would have been over for Unique and his family, right? We know this, but Marvin did not care at all. He didn't care. Now, I don't know if Marvin didn't know or you know what I'm saying, the facts about Unique's car. Honestly, I don't think Marvin cared. I think he just wanted to roll past and just spray up whoever was in his way. Whoever was in his way. And he was not playing around. But when you do stuff like this, you have to make sure you finish the job. You have to make sure the target, especially a target like Unique, that you hit him. Plain and simple. It can't be nothing like this. You can't do stuff like this when it comes to high targets like Unique. Now, that's just my opinion. You have to get up close to him and make sure he is out of the picture. Now, you got Unique pissed off, especially since his son could have been taken out just like that. Now, he really wants war. Before, he did, but now it is really time to get things cracking. Now, your boy Lulu, he's in the hospital recovering. We talked about this. Of course, in my final predictions video about Lulu recovering, a lot of people thought he was not going to make it. Remember, sometimes in Power, they make it seem like people is going to be taken out, but they pop right back up. Now, of course, Jessica is there because Jessica, she's concerned about Famous. Let's just be honest. Jessica don't care. She just want to make sure Lulu wakes up so she can continue the music career for her brother, Famous. At the end of the day, Rock was very upset. She was very pissed off. She's like, man, how can they do this to my little bruh? They gonna pay. You know what I'm saying? She wants to get payback, and she wants to get the payback right now. Now, your boy Tiffany pops up, just checking. You know, he's just checking to make sure Rock is cool. But see, Rock does not like this. She tells him this little fairy tale that they're living, it can't happen. You know what I'm saying? That he knew it would be like this. Pretty much just dogs out Tiffany once again. And the dude was just trying to show his support. I'm looking like, man, like, come on, Rock. You can't dog him out like that. She's saying seeing her brother like this makes her realize that all this stuff that's happening doesn't really make sense. That he can just pretty much go and mess with some college girls or whatever. Your boy Tiffany does step up to the plate, tells Rock to, you know, pretty much F her. He's pretty much tired of all the stuff Rock is talking. Rock said, okay, I didn't know you had it in you. You know what I'm saying? Because you already know Tiffany is kind of soft-spoken. He doesn't really come at Rock on no disrespectful type stuff, but he did tell Marvin, do not trust Tony deep. So we're gonna see the conclusion of that in episode 10. Then we get back to your boy Little Rob, and Marvin is saying, look, he heard some chatter, and of course Little Rob trying to plead his case. Marvin ain't trying to hear none of that. He said, look, your time is up. You know what I'm saying? None of that stuff you telling me, it don't move me, brother. You know what I'm saying? You gave up some information and you gotta pay. So your boy Little Rob was taken out. I don't even know why Little Rob thought he can just hang around. He should have just left town after he gave Kanan up. I mean, what do you think is going to happen? I guess he didn't really think it was that serious. But Marvin did. Burnt up the car, and that was it. You can already tell Marvin is not playing around. Then we get to your boy Detective Howard. Good thing he was outside watching at the hospital that Lulu was at, because if he wasn't, these guys right here would have straight up set up Lulu easily, right? And we can see they got a little dirty nurse, Mama Jamma, out there, you know what I'm saying, setting up shop to get Lulu up out of the picture. Look at her. Can't wait to set up Lulu. As you can see, she took some payment, and she, of course, gave these guys their little outfits, and they walked in there looking like a fake full force. Like, look at these guys. I mean, come on. Y'all really thought y'all was going to go in here and just execute this game plan. No, it ain't happening like that at all. And good thing Detective Howard followed through. He busted these guys and was able to get them up out of there and told them, don't even breathe or whatever. Now, see, Detective Howard, to be honest, Rock cannot like him all she wants, but he is protecting her for real. Her family. He is actually looking out for them. But Rock, of course, sees him as a threat because he wants to, see his son. He wants Kanan to know the truth. But Rock says no, that can't happen at all. Then we get to Nicole's mother, and she's pissed off. Of course, she is talking to Detective Burke, and she's telling her something needs to happen. These drugs came from Laverne and stuff like that, that she knows people of higher power that would do something about this. Of course, her husband, James, is trying to tell her it's not that big of a deal. We don't know what Nicole was doing before, she met Laverne and stuff like that. At the end of the day, she's not playing around. This will come back up. Best believe it. Nicole's mom is not through yet. She will try to seek some type of revenge against Jukebox somehow, some way, especially after that final scene that we seen of her. And you usually know stuff like this will happen, or if she's, talking like this, she's going to come back. I don't know how she's going to come back, but she's going to do it in a different type of way. She is tired of talking about it. Now it's time for actions. Then we get back to your girl, Rock, and of course she is talking to Detective Howard. And once again, Detective Howard is telling her, look, I'm glad I was outside. I pretty much saved Lulu. And he saved Kanan time and time again as well. But he's telling Rock he's tired of waiting around. He needs Kanan to know the truth. He wants to meet up with him. Of course, Rock is telling him, if we do this, you owe me something. You owe me a pass. You know what I'm saying? You need to focus on other people. Leave us alone. And of course, Detective Howard said, well, with reasoning, he will give her a pass. And of course, they set up this meeting between him and Kanan. Look at Detective Howard, man. This dude looks like a person with nothing to lose. Just like your boy Kanan said, he looks like he's auditioning for The Walking Dead. Like he was auditioning for a Thriller or something, because the boy, he looks half dead. And he's not playing around. And he tells Rock if she does not follow through, he's going to put a warrant out for Kanan's arrest. And it's pretty much over for him. So she needs to step up to the plate. Rock takes this as a threat, which it is. Of course, she's going to set this thing up between him and Kanan. But we already know Rock has her own agenda. Rock is going to do this the way that she wants to do it. And that is, of course, try to take out Detective Howard. This is why I said he needs to watch her at all costs. But hey, it is what it is. Now, your girl Jukebox, she goes and she visits Nicole's grave site. And it's sad, man. Your girl Nicole, only 17 years of age. And all of a sudden, Detective Burke pops up. Detective Burke is talking about her life and all the stuff that she's been through, trying to compare it to Jukebox, trying to, of course, create this similarities between the two. We know Detective Burke has a history with females. We already knew this from the very beginning. But she's trying to fish around and get information from Jukebox about D-Wiz, Buck 20, Kanan, the Blue Caps. Jukebox is not going down for that. You know what I'm saying? She's like, no, I can't tell you anything, and stop following me. But it's quite obvious that Detective Burke is trying to dig, and she wants to get information out of Jukebox. She finds interest within Jukebox, which is going to be used as an advantage later on in the episode for Jukebox and Rock. Now, Kanan comes and visits Lulu. He is pissed off. He's like, look, why did they even move my uncle? Rock tells him because some guys tried to take him out. Full force tried to come up here and take him straight out. He's pissed off. He's telling her, look, I'm down for the cause. I'm ready to do whatever you need me to do, and I'm not going nowhere. Kanan is pissed off. He's trying to get revenge for his uncle, for his family, and the time to do that is right now. No more training. You know what I'm saying? It's time to go to war. So we're going to see exactly what your boy Kanan is going to do. And of course, your boy Marvin and Rock, they're talking. They're in church, of course. And Marvin is like, look, man, I just need my respect, plain and simple. I'm y'all older brother. I die for y'all. I raise y'all and stuff like that. I know a lot of people was thinking that Rock was trying to set up Marvin. I told you guys that was not going to happen. When you take out people like Marvin, and if you were in Rock's position, you do that up close and personal. You don't do no setup schemes and all that stuff, because this is family. Of course, Rock tells him, I will die for you too. These two are closer than we probably think, right? They family, man. They go through stuff. But at the end of the day, they got each other's back. Your boy Marvin just wants to get back. He wants to, get revenge for his brother. He's very upset and pissed off. Rock understands this. She says, look, we got to come up with this game plan, and we got to, get ready for revolution. You know what I'm saying? So they're back on speaking terms. That is a good thing. Now, we get to Jukebox and Rock. We saw this early scene. I broke it down for you guys yesterday. Of course, Jukebox tells Rock that Detective Burke is asking her about Kanan, Buck 20D, Wiz, all that stuff. And of course, Rock is like, okay, this police likes you. You know what I'm saying? So maybe you can use that as an advantage. It's cool to have cops as friends sometimes. They don't show us everything that Rock says, but I believe Rock tells Jukebox, look, we're going to use this to set up Unique. You know what I'm saying? You can go back and tell the cops that Unique is coming for blood, which we saw later on in that episode. Now your boy Kanan and of course Marvin, they're getting ready, getting the straps ready, getting ready for war. Of course, Kanan ain't trying to hear that music that Marvin is playing, them old school joints. Tells him Jukebox got some stuff. Marvin goes into her room and finds her tape, finds the pictures of her and Nicole, and he's pissed off, y'all. We knew this was going to happen. I broke it down in the final prediction that Marvin will find Jukebox's stuff, and he took this to the heart. And he's going to make sure he confronted his daughter about this. You can just tell from the looks on his face and his reaction that he was very, very pissed off. And I knew once I saw this, I was like, man, this is not going to end well at all. It's just not going to end well. I mean, Marvin is pissed off. Jukebox is pissed off. She just lost Nicole. And then, of course, we know Marvin is going to confront her. It ain't going to end well. Plain and simple. So once Jukebox pops up, Marvin is just flat out dogging her, y'all. Stuff that I can't even say in this video because y'all know how YouTube get. But he was dogging her out. Of course, Jukebox tells him, you ain't the best person anyway. You talking about God and all that stuff. What about you? You are a violation. You know what I'm saying? And of course, Marvin is talking about how Nicole deserved it and all that stuff. And once he said that, and pretty much said that you get it off from your mom, but once he said Nicole deserved it, man, Jukebox did the most disrespectful thing you can do to a person. Spit in his face. That's the last thing that you want to do, right? You don't want to do that. Marvin was upset, pissed off, and he just blacked out. A lot of people black out when they get spit in the face. Now, I'm not condoning anything that Marvin did at all. I didn't want to see this. I told you guys in my prediction videos throughout the week, I didn't want to see this at all. I didn't want to see Marvin and Jukebox go at it. I didn't want to see Marvin put his hands on her. And he did. He hit Jukebox, you know what I'm saying? And after he hit her, he was like, look, calm down. He was trying to stop. But see, Jukebox is pissed off. She started running at Marvin, hitting him back, she was throwing stuff at him, kicking him and stuff like that. So they get into a fight. And I'm like, man, this is graphic, y'all. Very, very graphic. This right here was the scene of the night for me as far as realistically. We was about to get another Tommy Egan and Holly moment right here, y'all. Another moment of that was about to happen. And as I'm watching it, man, it felt so real. I didn't want to see Jukebox go through that. At the same time, I know Marvin, deep down inside, he could not want to be doing this. And as he did it, he stopped himself. Of course, he did tell Jukebox, just because you want to be a dude don't mean you're going to fight like one. And then he kind of, snaps back into reality. Like, dang, I'm about to take out my daughter. And he starts crying. He breaks down. And I'm like, dang, Marvin, man, a lot of people ain't going to like this. They are not going to like this at all. This is why I really not want to see it. I don't know how this is going to be fixed. This relationship between Marvin and Jukebox is all over the place. It's just sad, y'all. Of course, in season 2, we're going to see Jukebox's mother. I want to know how that's going to come into play. But this story between Marvin and Jukebox is flat out crazy. And Jukebox does leave after that happens. Now we get to Detective Burke and Detective Howard. And of course, Detective Howard is telling her he's sorry, he's not been the best partner and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, Detective Burke is telling him she's been getting information from Laverne about Buck 20, Kanan, and all that stuff. And he's pissed off. He said, look, why are you going after them? Why are you continuing to do this? And she's like, what do you have with this family? Why are you trying to protect them so much? Tells Detective Burke, look, I'm done with you. I don't want you to be my partner anymore. And I'm telling the captain. Your boy Detective Howard is pissed off. And we get to Rock and Kanan. She's teaching him the rules of the game when it comes to these straps, giving him a history lesson, right? And she's telling Kanan, when you take out this target, especially somebody like Detective Howard, which she did not mention at the time, she says you have to hit them twice where the heart is at and one in the head where they think at, right? But see, did y'all peep when Kanan did shoot Detective Howard? From my understanding, he only hit him twice. He didn't hit him with the final shot that Rock was telling him to do. We're going to see how this is all going to play out, if that's going to play within the storyline. But I found that very interesting. After Rock told him to do that, he went and he did not complete the full description of what she told him to do. Now, of course, Unique is getting his boys together, telling them it is wartime. Anybody that's connected to Rock, they got to be taken out. Everybody. He doesn't care what age they are. If they are connected to Rock, they got to go. It is war. And Unique is not playing around anymore at all. Of course, they switch back to Rock and Kanan. She's telling him she needs him to do this. You know what I'm saying? She has to tell him the truth, the raw, uncut truth. We didn't hear anything about Detective Howard, though. I don't know if they cut it off or what, but we did not see that on screen. She tells Kanan, you got to be the one to do this. You have to save me. You have to save us. It was always going to be you. And of course, all this pressure on Kanan, this is the moment that he's been waiting on. He's been waiting to get this opportunity. And once Rock tells him he's going to be the person that has to do this, he's the only person that can do this. Oh, you already know Kanan took that to the heart. And he's going to try whatever he had to do to get the job done. So, man, your boy Kanan had a hell of a task in this episode. Then we get back to your boy Lulu. He is finally awakened. He is up. He is here to stay, as I told you guys. Now, I already know Jessica is happy. She's happy. She's like, look, he's waking up. You're up. And, of course, you already know what she's thinking. Yes, my brother Famous, his career is saved. I got my man Lulu. He's going to save him. No. Lulu, when you recover fully, you need to drop her off. Go ahead and drop her off. Leave her alone. This girl, she's a clout chaser. She's looking for her opportunity for her brother, and that's it. And once she uses you, that's going to be the end of the story, in my opinion. But we're going to see how that goes. We get back to your girl Jukebox and Detective Burke. Jukebox is all beat up. You know what I'm saying? Getting into it with Marvin. You can see all of that on her face. Detective Burke wants to know what is going on. And Jukebox says, look, let's just talk. They go into her car. And now Jukebox is going to give her part of this whole game plan. Which is, like I told you guys, Rock and her had that conversation, and I'm pretty sure Rock told her to do this. Loyal to the end. And this is exactly what Jukebox did. She tells Detective Burke that y'all are all in danger. The police are. You know what I'm saying? Unique's re-up was hit by y'all, and now he is looking to hit y'all back. And it's going to happen very, very soon. Of course, Detective Burke is like, why are you telling me this? And Jukebox says she just doesn't want people or any more people to get hurt. So now all the pressure is on Unique. She knows that Unique is a person of interest and that he is coming. You know what I'm saying? And of course, Rock is setting a game plan for Kanan to take down Detective Howard with Unique's jacket on. Then we get to a very, very interesting part of the episode. Rock and her mother, we finally get to see her. Of course, we know they have some type of history that we don't know all the details about. But for Rock to ask her mother, does she ever think about the way Rock ended up the way she was? You know what I'm saying? So that lets me know that maybe something was going on when Rock was growing up with her mother. The way Rock ended up, maybe it's not all Rock's fault. Of course, Rock's mom, she's like, look, it ain't my fault. She's like, look, it is not my fault you ended up the way you did. You made your choices. You are the reason for what you're in. It's because of you. You know what I'm saying? So she pretty much puts it on Rock. I got a feeling this is like a backdoor until season 2. We're probably going to get more details about Rock and how she grew up around her mom. Something's not right. I'm going to tell you that right now. Something is definitely not right. I can't wait to see the full details of that. Now we get to Detective Howard, and of course he making a visit to his doctor, right? Did y'all peep? He told his doctor he's going to meet with his son tonight. So now the doctor, she knows, like, okay, he's going to meet with his son tonight. I don't know if that's going to come back into the storyline, but I found that very interesting for him to tell her he will be meeting with his son later on tonight, which, he gets shot. Your boy Marvin, he's going around, he's passing out the rest of the straps. Remember earlier on in the episode, Kanan told him, what you going to do with the rest of the straps? Are you going to pass them out? Of course, Marvin said, look, I got it. Don't worry about it. So this is what Marvin was doing from my understanding. You guys let me know if you've seen anything else within this scene. But I do know him and Kanan had that conversation right before Kanan left the house when Marvin was in there snooping around jukeboxes, tapes and stuff. Then we get to your boy Kanan. It's time for the game plan to go through. Ain't no sitting around no more. He is, reaching in his bag and he has the jacket. The famous, unique Gucci jacket. He has it. And now it's time to put it on, because if anybody sees this or sees anything, they will see this jacket. But more importantly, once Kanan does this, the blood splatter will hit the jacket. So they will have that all over this jacket, which says Unique's name. Only one in the world, right? I made the video earlier on in the week talking about this jacket. It's only one. We know it's connected to Unique. See, the question is, will Detective Howard really live? Is he going to survive this? Because if he survives this, that's going to be some problems. Trust me, it's going to be some problems, but it will trace back to Unique. Now, of course, Detective Howard is like, man, I've been thinking about this moment all day long. We finally can have this conversation. And it's kind of sad. I know Detective Howard is a cop. He did make threats, but he did put Kanan in a better situation as far as saving him. Time and time again. Hell, he saved Lulu. I mean, he's been doing good by Rock and her family, for real. Let's just be honest. Of course, Kanan is saying, look, I got to take the shot. I can't sit around and play around with you anymore. Detective Howard is telling Kanan, and your mom, she is setting you up. And like I said, I'm telling you guys, we don't know all the details of what Rock told Kanan, but I honestly just don't know if she told him that Detective Howard was his father. I cannot see that happening. But then again, we just don't know the full details. But I see it kind of messed up that this has to happen once again. I told you guys that in my quick thoughts, early impressions. I don't want to see another son killing their father, especially at Kanan's age. You know what I'm saying? We had Tommy kill Tony the Rat Terezi, Tariq taking out Ghost. Now Kanan possibly taking out Detective Howard. And the sad part is, he probably didn't even know the truth. So in episode 10, we're going to see the aftermath of all this. Did Kanan really know the full truth of what, Rock was supposed to tell him? Now, of course, we know Detective Howard, he was about to tell Kanan the truth, but Kanan did not give him a chance to do that. You know what I'm saying? So we have to wait and see how it plays out. But I told you guys last week, we know Rock is going to bend the truth. She's only going to tell certain elements of the truth to get Kanan to do what he needs to do. Now, if Rock would have told Kanan, look, Detective Howard is your father. We got together when I was young. He just took it. You know what I'm saying? If she said something like that, maybe Kanan would have been pissed off. But I don't know if she really did that. Or even if she just told him, yeah, that's your pops, but I need you to take him out. Come on, y'all. We talking about Kanan here. This dude's been messing up all season long. I just can't see him having that type of focus, knowing that that was his father and finding out that truth that night and then having to go take him out. I don't know if Kanan would have really did that knowing that full truth. I think he would have asked some questions and he would have been a little bit shaky. And I think he would have had more questions for Detective Howard if he would have knew the truth about him. So now the question is, as I told you guys earlier, will Detective Howard make it? Earlier on in the episode, Rock told him, when you take out somebody like this, when it's a personal hit, you have to hit 2 where the heart is at and 1 in the temple where they think at. For what we saw, Kanan only hit twice. And I believe those 2 shots was close to the heart. But we're going to see in the next episode what happens. We know they're bringing Detective Howard in the hospital, and it's looking like he probably has a chance, right? And if he has a chance, if he does make this, it's not going to end well. trust me, it is not going to end well. Rock is probably hoping and praying that this does not go the way, of course, Detective Howard wants it. Because if he survives, it's all bad news. And of course, we know based off the episode 10 trailer, your boy Lulu was pissed off. He's like, Rock, what are you doing? Like, are you crazy? And of course, Rock is saying, look, I'm winning, plain and simple. So we gonna see, man. It's about to go down. Episode 10 is about to be flat out crazy. I cannot wait to see it. But you guys let me know, man. What do you think about episode 9? It was action-packed. A lot of different things came out. A lot of secrets came out once again. But the secret behind Detective Howard and Kanan, the whole father thing, we don't necessarily know if that really came out. In episode 10, we need to know everything. All the details. They're not showing us that for a reason. It's a reason why they didn't show us if she really told him or not. So hopefully we find out in the season finale. But thank you guys for all the love, all the support. I will be dropping the episode 10 what to expect video for you guys tomorrow. So be ready for that. I can't wait to discuss it and go over some of these final storylines for episode 10. But once again, thank you guys for all the support, all the love, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.